Hello everyone, just making sure that everything is up and running properly. Because of the fact that today we're going to be talking about the biggest problem that Destiny 2 is facing right now. The biggest problem that Destiny 2 is facing right now is the community itself. Gonna start off with that. If you've already quit, then clearly you know what I'm all about, or you're a part of it and refuse to acknowledge it. Because you refuse to believe that you're a part of the problem. What I mean by this is you're refusing... What? Oh, I have an Ingram. What do I get? Cool. Don't care. You're refusing to accept that the game isn't what it once was, and you're refusing to accept the people working on the game itself are people. And instead of realizing that... Oh, cool. I'll go do that. Just because why not? Because I've seen so many people expect perfection or constant improvement every DLC. That's just not gonna happen. Period. Sure, Witch Queen was good, blah blah blah. I hate it. I hate that argument. I hate the justification for your hate. Because honestly, Witch Queen wasn't as good as you think it is. Go back and replay it now. Where's the replayability? And people complain about, oh, the graphics ain't the same. I couldn't give less shits. Actually, I'm kind of glad the graphics have been nerfed a bit.
Do I see the Cabal fleeing with tails tucked? Well
If
done.
graphics is your biggest complaint about the game, why are you complaining about it? It's not like this is a Minecraft game now, is it? It is not trying to imitate real life in its graphics. Or else you would never see this shit. Or hell, this shit. Because this shit don't exist. But, like, that's not the only argument that I've been hearing. I've heard some dude try to say I'm wrong when I'm using common sense, logic, in a real life situation. In a game like this, where new content is constantly wanted and constantly consumed at an insane rate, there's bound to be moments where there's just nothing to do. There's bound to be moments where none of your friends are playing. There's bound to be moments... Hell, my friends list right now is quite fucking small. There's not many people playing. But, hold on. Season... It's fucking 10 days and 17 hours left of the fucking season. My guy, there's not much left to do. There's not much left meant to be added. Nothing is going to be added until the next season. Maybe patches, but that's not going to do anything. It's no new content. That's not going to grab people back. And the replayability when it comes to PvE is limited. It depends on how much you want to be playing the same activity. If you want to keep playing the same activity, even if you're not earning anything from it. It depends on your luck. Because if you have to constantly farm for exotics and shit like that, you'll be playing a lot. Like, hell, I've had a friend of mine, recently get into the game. He's been playing the game non-stop. Well, mostly. Especially when he's just getting settled. He's got a life, so he's got more shit to do than play Destiny. Which is fair. The Destiny 2 community should really look into that option. Because I'm not gonna lie, I have seen so many people complain, and their complaint is based on the fact that they're playing too much. But they refuse to admit it. I have seen people refuse to accept burnout as a possible problem. I have seen people refuse to accept any kind of responsibility in their dislike for Destiny. I'm not saying that Destiny is a flawless game. I have never said that, nor am I going to say that. Because no game is flawless. Period. But holy fuck. It feels like the players are entitled pieces of shit. Honestly, the main part I don't want to be playing right now is because of the community itself. Hell, if new players were turned off the game because of the community talking so much shit, when those people were guaranteed to have a lot of fun. And so I'm not gonna go and say that they wouldn't be having issues and annoyances and shit like that. But that's every fucking game, my guy. People complaining about the storefront for Destiny 2 has never fucking seen The Sims. I'll pull this shit up right now to show you. Here's Destiny 2. Store page. Here's about 12 add-ons. Which, sure, it's confusing shit, but if you click on it and do your research, it won't be that hard. If you expect to click and buy, first of all, you're a fucking moron. And you just want an easy solution. Which no games is gonna have for you. But if I go for The Sims 4, for example, look at this shit! And nothing here tells you if it's a big pack or if it's a fucking tiny kit with a few things in it. Maybe the part of the name itself, but that's not enough. It doesn't say if it's worthwhile at all. Hell, this is the newest one. And not many people are liking it.
This war is a comfort.
But there's so many worse options for what they're complaining about, but they're not complaining about it. It's very hypocritical, isn't it? It's like, I get it, they probably don't play or interact with The Sims 4. But holy fuck, they act like the storefront having quite a bit of DLCs and packs and shit is the world ending. And they act like Bungie is responsible for it. Guess what? It's fucking Steam, Sony, Microsoft, all those places that are responsible for the storefront. Not Bungie. Sure, they can come out with a pack that includes all DLCs. But hell, if you want that, they might as well... Hold on. They might as well have, separate the silver bundles and then just use this button. Or hell, you could fucking do that yourself. It's not that hard. And this right here says that it includes the 30th anniversary and the Forsaken pack. Forsaken pack, 30th anniversary. If you buy this one and those two at the same time, you're a fucking moron. Because first of all, you're not reading. Or how you have the money to waste or something. I don't fucking know. But don't blame that on Bungie, when that's not their fault. And sure, this isn't particularly a good function either. But hell, how much do you think I bought of this? None. None of this seasonal thing. I bought like maybe, excluding the sets from the Solstice this year, I bought maybe one item. If you include the sets, it's gonna be 4 because I bought it for all characters because I actually like the sets. Here, this is, well, this is America, and this, so here's not gonna be anything. Here, I bought this one, all over a long period of time, by the way. This one originally first dropped. None here. This one was free. This one I think I actually fully unlocked without buying, back when that was an option. I don't remember, because it was so long ago. Nothing here. Nothing here. One thing here. Actually, that one I got with Bright Dust, when that was around. For the Bright Dust. Here about one... Well, I got one thing. If I unlocked it from the silver store, I don't know. Don't remember. So long ago. This one I unlocked from Mayor Ingram. This one as well, for sure. This one I bought because I just wanted to buy it to match someone. None here. This one I actually unlocked from an Ingram, like a really long time ago. None are bought here. None are bought here. Unlocked from Ingram again. I think I might have either brought this one from Bright Dust or just bought it for silver because I like the shape of it. Don't remember. But like this is over a massively long period of time. I don't spend money on silver every week. Or hell, every month. It's like, it's such a dumb excuse. Sure, a lot of shit is being put into it, but outside of DLCs and shit like that, that's not particularly keeping up. Especially not paying for every expense they have. This is the only thing that can keep them afloat, excluding all those. And if you want to buy some extra shit, cool, go for it. But hell, if you don't want to, just do like Dano does and don't. Like, it's as simple as that. Nobody says you have to. Nobody's forcing you at gunpoint. So stop acting like it. Nobody's forcing you at gunpoint to play the game either. Hell, today alone, I have spent... How long? How long have I been playing this game for? 7.1 hours playing this game today alone. I bought it yesterday. Well, it's over 1 a.m., so it's counting as yesterday. But still, I bought it yesterday. Well, it technically is still today for me because I haven't slept. But I've bought it, and I played it for over 7 hours in one day. And I also bought this, and hell, I did even buy this because it was on sale, so fuck it, why not? But it's like, I have so many other games that I've been playing. Hell, that doesn't count the times I'm just watching something on a streaming site, or just watching YouTube, or hell, being at the fucking toilet, or hell, playing games on an entirely different platform, because Bloons TD6 has been is completely free on the Epic Game Store right now. And hell, I'm having a blast of a time playing that. But please, if you're not having fun playing a game, stop playing it. It's as simple as that. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. It's as simple as that. Nobody gives a shit if you take a break. Hell, people will have much more of a fucking time playing with you. Because you won't be such stuck a bitch about it. It's like, I had some dude earlier complain saying that there was nothing to do in the game a month ago. Yet, fucking Solstice was here, like just launched or something like that a month ago. I'm just like, what? And some dude else tries to butt in because he got tagged by his friend because the dude can't hold his own in an argument. Honestly, if you start an argument and you have to call for backup, just don't start an argument in the first place. Because clearly you fucking suck. And honestly, the only thing even semi-good about the Witch Queen campaign was the special hive enemies. Fuck the moths, because fuck the moths. Seriously. Fuck those pieces of shit. But they became incredibly irritating very fast. As soon as they became integrated into shit like dungeons and shit like that, it became dog shit fast. And it's like, I get it. You want to sweat your ass off. But not everyone does. Stop trying to make Destiny to a fucking Bloodborne ripoff. Or hell, a Dark Souls ripoff. That would be more accurate. Bloodborne was the first fucking game of that came to my mind. Hold on, let me actually see if I can pull the fucking feed up. I'm having to fucking unblock the dude because I got so fucking sick of it earlier. Actually, no, just view it. But it pissed me off so hard because he was just being fucking brain dead. Like, legit, I said that the community has been experiencing burnout since around Lightfall's launch to the... I said around Lightfall's launch, but I would expect it to be around Lightfall's launch to the DLC just before it. Around that time. The season right before it. Anything before then, and it was somewhat alright. Mostly just riding off the high of Witch Queen's launch. But it's like the unreasonable expectation of expecting to have a full explanation of the Veil before the end of the campaign, where we're in an arms race against the fucking Witness trying to not get our shit kicked in, which we eventually lose to because, well, that's how the fucking story's meant to go. Accept it. When we're literally rushing, we're going against time. We didn't have time to get an explanation. How people were having this expectation honestly baffles me, man. Well, then just sit in cover and wait for this fucking dude's super to end. It's like, my main gripes with the game right now is its balancing. Like the game itself and not the community. Is the balancing. If I go into the fucking dungeon with 3 players, I expect to be able to complete it without having to sweat my ass off. I can complete Shattered Throne, start to end, flawless, with much less fucking stress than just completing the newest one. Like, it's incredibly annoying. And it's like, because of the fact that since Lightfall launched, all the activities that are even considered remotely endgame, Legend Lost sectors weren't particularly endgame yet, that one still got reworked into an even shittier fucking time. It was full on because of the fact that the community, quote unquote, wanted a harder fucking time. The thing is, now the entire game is harder for no benefit at all. The drop rates for exotics are still dog shite. The challenge is to get bearable drop rate are still dog shite and horrible design choices. Sure, they should also, the hard ones should also benefit you, but not only them, and like 2 other ones that normal people can do. Like, honestly, there should be every single challenge or every single triumph related to that dungeon should be giving you an exotic drop bonus. So the more you complete around it, the more you actually have a chance at an exotic. And not only that, but completions should also count. So that, like, people who just want to brute force it and not do anything special can just brute force it and complete, like, 25 or 15 or something like that and have a massive more time chance of getting it. Sure, if you still have horrible luck, you will still go quite a while without getting it. But it's like, these activities take several hours to complete and are incredibly annoying to farm.
But you making that choice has helped us save lives. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Honestly,
and that I judged you so
the Destiny 2 player base need to reevaluate their wants in a game. And if their game, the wants for their game, the what they want in a game has changed since they started playing Destiny, they need to quit. Like, straight up, just quit. Because you will not have fun with Destiny anymore. The only reasons why I still play is because I somewhat enjoy its premise. I have a lot of time invested. And I have friends who play. I actually fairly enjoy it. I enjoy the story, etc. I enjoy quite a lot of parts of it still. But for people who are so fed up with the game, they're constantly complaining, you need to quit. Because clearly you have issues. It's like, in the period that we are right now, where we're between seasons, it's prime real estate for different games. Period. Anybody with half a brain cell knows this. The only ones complaining about it are the ones who hate Bungie. I'm not even joking. People who are actually having fun with the game are minding their own fucking business. It's like, I'm not saying complaining about the game isn't or any bad thing about the game is like is unwarranted or whatever. Because complain in a good way, where you're actually benefiting the creator or something, so that they can actually improve their game. Fair. I will not complain. The problem is when you're just saying something is shit without elaborating on how it's shit, what they could do, whatever, and then just complaining about, oh, the state of the game with us, when in reality they probably didn't have much to talk about right there, because they're working on it behind the fucking scenes and don't want to talk about anything yet because of issues. Bungie are heavily horrified of fucking saying something that they're not working out, and then having the community berate them for something they bailed on because they would berate them. I'm pretty sure I read or heard something about the Lightfall DLC having to be like reworked completely before launch. And that's not a good sign. And honestly, the whole Witch Queen mechanic of like Dark Sight or whatever the fuck it was called, I don't remember because I fucking hate the mechanic. I hated it back in fucking Witch Queen. I hate it now. My thoughts on that have not changed, and they will not change. So, if you like it, suck my fucking left testicle, because I don't give a fuck. Honestly, my voice is fucking failing out because I'm just fucking irritated. The community is a big reason why I'm not playing. I'm not gonna lie. My last time of trying to set up a raid, it went as follows. We got one dude. We needed two. But there was never a second person that joined. We load in to go do DSC, because it's been like years since I have. I only did it like around its launch, for the most part. We get past the opening Sparrow part fairly easily. We get past the first encounter with Crypt Security with a bit of trouble. Keep in mind that that guy that we had join us to supposedly guide us, because that was what was included in the fucking title of the LFG post, has a horrible mic, so his callouts are 95% of the time not coming through, and his explanations keep cutting out on what he's saying. So whenever he's explaining a strat that we're going to do, he keeps, like, vanishing mid-sentence. He keeps going like, oh, then we're going to go up through the... And then we're going to start the DP. And it's just so hard to follow. Even if I've done it before, I was still fucking struggling trying to listen to this dude. And when we're starting to get the handle of what we need to do in the second encounter against 8 tracks, He fucking DCs! At that point, the run was on. And over. There was no fucking chance. 4 people who were... Well, 2 people who were semi-clueless. Then 2 people who had never done it before. Which was also included. Because, well, we need guides. This is why I don't like raids anymore. Because getting the group together is fucking annoying. Unless you already have a set up group, raids are fucking irritating. And like, and then when you have to farm it like several hundred times to get an exotic, to complete your collections, even if it's not good, yeah, it becomes incredibly frustrating, doesn't it? And then as well, if I go to fucking Neomuna right now, I'm gonna make another point for why the difficulty scaling in the game is horrible right now. The patrol zone for the latest DLC is still deadly as fuck. And I'm fucking... Hold on, what am I? Can I equip the best here? 1810, 1810, 1810. Do I have an 1810 here? I swear I had an 1810 here. I don't know, hold on. I am 1809, barely missing one, by the way. Yet I'm at the gear cap. Actually, I'm over it because of the artifact. Yet I'm still gonna get my ass kicked. Like, I despise this area for gameplay reasons. I was expecting to be the reason why I was expecting to have fun in this place is because I would expect it to not scale with you, or you scale with it, or whatever. Because that's just horrible design. But the thing is, because of the people complaining that shit's too easy, they scale this shit up. In the only way anyone would know how. It's honestly irritating, man.
Sid, it's us. Can you tell us anything about this building and what the Cabal would want with it?
And say...
I see your position. That's one of the hydroponic tower farms. It's one of the big hubs of food production here in Neomuna.
While I'm talking, I'm gonna get them to shut the fuck up. But it's like, I'm trying to use common sense in the situation, yet clearly, like, half of the player base doesn't and refuse to. It is actually annoying and upsetting. And it's honestly what's making me not want to play the game. The reason why I don't want to play the game is because the player base is toxic as fuck. At this point, I'd rather play League of Legends. And they would complain that a new player doesn't know what they're doing. Or doesn't know how to play a character right, or whatever. It's like, no fucking shit, genius! This community needs to lose its hate boner for Bungie. Seriously, it needs to. The game will not be great before that. If Bungie legit just went up and said, nope, we're shutting down D2, and we're never making anything Destiny related ever again. I would not blame them. Because of how bad it's gotten. And the thing is, you can actually see this kind of behavior all the way back in the olden days. But then, in the olden days, they'd at least have some common sense and quit playing! Like... The fact it's so commonplace to be toxic towards game developers nowadays, even though the job is actually incredibly hard. And when the developers come out and say this, they get harassed. And when other community members or other players of Destiny themselves say that shit is hard and things like that, they get called a fucking game dev. A Bungie developer. What the fuck is this? Is using common sense or shit like that being a Bungie developer now? Because what the fuck? Like, I have not seen so much disdain for a specific company since fucking Activision being known for... Actually, I would think Activision is known better now. Especially from a country that used to fucking despise it. The thing is, companies, especially game companies, have a massive issue trying to stay afloat most of the time. I'm not saying I'm all for like, oh, microtransactions are the best thing ever, blah 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 blah. Because it's not. There's a reason why I hate Overwatch 2. The only thing is, it depends on how badly they're involved. If it's Diablo Immortal level, that's bad. If it's fucking Overwatch level to where a single skin is pretty much the equivalent to a fucking game, or how a fucking weapon charm was more expensive in game than in real fucking life, that's a problem. However, this is nothing. It literally is nothing. Oh wow, a armor bundle with 5 armor pieces that you can mix and match for, I think, around $20, I think it is. Hell, this one's cheaper. This one's only just as expensive because it's a fucking licensed one, which is definitely more expensive to make because of all the licensing fees and shit like that. Hell, look at fucking... Hold on. Hell, look at fucking Dead by Daylight. If I go to their store right now, Nicolas Cage, which is just a fucking Survivor alone skin, is 70 Norwegian, or like $7. However, the End of Transmission, which is the latest DLC outside of this one, is even cheaper and is a fully original one. And includes a killer and a survivor. The map and shit like that is included for all players, but not the survivor and the killer. So this one you get more, it's cheaper, but it's because this is licensed and shit like that. This one's not cheaper though, but this one was actually shit. Resident Evil is even more expensive than a Nicolas Cage again. Though that one does come with more, actually. That one comes with 2 survivors and 1 killer. But it's like, they vary quite a lot, honestly. Hellraiser is incredibly fucking deep, but that cheap, but that comes with only one killer. But it's like, it shows. Licensing and copyright and shit like that is a massive problem. Whether Bungie's owned by PlayStation or not, they still have to get the rights. Just being owned by a different company doesn't make them completely unliable. And this comes with 3 pieces that is all licensed for $25 US, I would guess, or wager. It's usually what people say. However, if I go here, this one is 2K as well, but it's licensed, original, etc. Making original ones is cheaper, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Bungie was complaining that the adoption rates for the armor, like seasonal armor, is shit. The thing is, it is shit, yes, I will admit to that. But you can't exactly be like, oh, we're gonna have something glowy like this, or we're gonna have something void related like this, or something like that. The best they could do was like this shit, but this was created back in D1, and the most recent ones are actually dog shit. But the thing is, the issue is, how much could they do? And it's not actually quite a lot. A lot of it is actually quite shit. Period. That's just the issue. And it's like, ideas for it is dog shit. Like, I would have no idea what they would be able to create next time. And honestly, I don't think they would have any ideas either. Because when it comes to seasonal playlist, or like playlist activity stuff, it's always bound to be horrible. Hell, let's just look at the fucking ornaments from this specific weapon alone. This is dog shite. I can get better with a fucking shader. So is this. And well, this is dog shite. It's a lot more shinier, which could go nicely for some shaders. But I'm not grinding strikes for this shit. Nor is it originally just good anyways. And if I look at... I think there was... Here's a fusion rifle 1. Okay. Okay, if you like green, I guess. Dog shite. But again, you see just how alike they are, because they can't rotate too much. Hell, this one for loved weapon, it's still shit. So is this one. I'm pretty sure there was one for Gambit as well, but I don't actually see it. So I have no idea where it is. Glaives, I don't actually have the ornaments for this thing. I should probably go check for that, actually. To see if that's put in the thing yet. But it's like, those things specifically aren't meant to be good. They're meant to just like, if you like it, you like it. Have fun. And honestly, they were probably wasting resources on making those things more than they were getting out of it. I have actually never seen a player run any of the newest ones in which this is actually kind of decent. Like, I can see this one working. Oh, for fuck's sake. I could see this helmet working with certain shaders on it. Hell, there's a good one already. Well, okay one anyway. Decent one. Hell, I'm gonna use Carbon Blood. It's pretty okay. Carminica. I don't know why it's white, but okay. Gambit Jadestone. Jocarina, that's actually quite good. And it can definitely work. Hell, the fucking Titan one. Wait. That's not the right one. Oh, it's this one that I was on about. This one could definitely work with Carminica. Let me find it. But it would definitely fit with the rest of it. The newest ones just look like cheap competition outfits, which don't look too good. But it's like, they're all stylized on the same way for their classes. But it's the exact same type of sets per season. But it's like, there's not much that you can fucking think of to do new when it comes to this. Which is fair. Hell, the fucking seasonal activities are boring as fuck enough as it is. But it's like... Honestly, I didn't like this one from the start. This one makes it look okay, I guess. Like, what is this? This red is dog shit. But it's nothing compared to the fucking Vanguard bullshit. That's not the Vanguard bullshit. Vanguard bullshit. Look at this dog shit. Blue and orange. Like, so stop complaining about it, saying that it's their fault, when honestly they probably just ran out of ideas. It's probably why you haven't seen any for a while. It happens. We're fucking human people. Same with Bungie. They're all human fucking people. So honestly, there's so many bullshit complaints. And with the fact that they're only using their friends list to judge based on all players, well, I'm right here alone, right next to me. There's 3 players. And this is not a densely populated one. Which is weird. But happens. There's also one dude over there. There might be more that's just not loaded. Which happens. But it's like, there's still people playing. The game ain't dead. Just because your friends quit playing doesn't mean the game's dead. Or that the game is bad. It just means your friends don't like the game anymore. Cool. Nobody gives a shit. It's like, just because there's content to do doesn't mean people want to play something they aren't having fun with. If you aren't having fun with something, go do something else. Especially when it's meant to be your hobby. Saying that there's nothing to do and shit like that is a horrible ass excuse for your shitty ass fucking behavior. Hell, I've been burned out of this game myself. It is actually shown in my stat trackers If I go career, Season of the Undying rank, I hit 100 because that one was a pain in the ass. 21, 30, 46, starting to game up stuff. And then Season of the Lost rank, Season of the Risen rank, because that's when the Witch Queen dropped, so I played a lot then. Season of the Haunted rank, Season of Plunder rank, Season of the Seraph rank, Season of Defiance rank, Season of the Deep rank. I got massively burned out here, which is when I learned that if I don't pace myself when playing this game, I will burn myself out again. It's been prevalent this season as well. The only thing is, I would need a graph of how long I've been playing every day for the past couple of months, which is not gonna happen because I've never, like kept that chart. So, but like people have to take care of themselves and their mental health when playing a game. Otherwise, you get people like this who thinks Bungie are their slaves and are AI robotic people that can output perfect fucking quality every single time they make anything, which is not gonna happen. If you see a like glass that is perfectly shaped to like 400 other glass pieces right next to each other, good chance that that was made in an assembly line and not by an actual person. However, if you see glassworks by the same person that is completely different every single time, or majorly different every single time, you know that that's a person who's made that. Hell, you can't even get so good that they don't that they look quite alike, but there's always something different. Because every single time you're not gonna get the exact same output. And not only that, but about completely separate stories as well. Lightfall and Witch Queen was never meant to do the same things. And hell, them having to delay Strand guaranteed threw a wrench into the works. It guaranteed threw a wrench into their plans. It guaranteed changed so much that they had to scrap a lot of the fucking game. Hell, they could have planned out an entire Veil explanation, but because of the pushback, they had to scrap it and delay it or whatever. Hell, it could have been a side quest right after we finished the campaign, but because of the delay, they wouldn't have been able to properly implement it in time or whatever. And through all their haste, which is actually really shown when they were hastily trying to put this together, because it clearly wasn't finished already, they accidentally used a piece of fan art, and this isn't actually to blame on Bungie's fault, because they weren't the ones who made that cutscene. That was outsourced to a different company, which were the ones being fuckheads. Clearly. And clearly didn't have time to fact check it and run all the traditional shit that they would have usually run. Because this community is... they're like vultures that's desperate enough to try to kill for themselves. or whatever. Or, I honestly don't know a good enough analogy. But this game has this community has a massive problem right now. And it is because of themselves. If this community is still like this when the final shape launches, even if the fucking DLC is a fucking knock out of the park, the game is still gonna suck. Because it's full of this fucking community that has the biggest hate for the people making their game. It's fucking insane, man. The entitlement of this fucking community is insane. And it's like, sure, having good DLCs and shit like that should be what they strive for. But the thing is, this community has no idea the amount of shit that's guaranteed on their play. People are complaining that, oh, favorite shader and shit like that system that's coming next season, I'm pretty sure, took so long to implement. Yeah, well, guess what? They've been working on your fucking solutions and shit for the entire game since launch. And you all come up with fucking quote-unquote improvements and shit like that every 5 fucking milliseconds. It's insane. You all have a massive problem. And yes, I know my voice is going. My voice is not used to this shit. This has been a fucking massive ass rant. Hope you all had a massive time. Hope you all had a fun time listening to me complain my ass off about this fucking community. Hopefully I never see you all again under these fucking conditions. Because if I have to, I swear. I swear, this fucking community needs to just quit. If I have to go on here and rant once more, I just recommend Bungie shut the game down. Both the games. And at that point, the community should not complain a single fucking bit that they spend money on the game. Because guess what? You're the fucking reason it shut down in the first fucking place. Should have fucking known that from the get-go. If someone on the internet needs to tell you you're wrong and you get butthurt about it, you need help. Like, you need help. You need therapy. Honestly. But, yeah.